Yo, Baby 3 Anime, your boy is here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. This is a very early in the day stream, fam. A very early in the day stream. But the reason I'm doing it now instead of later is mainly because I'm gonna be busy today. But I wanted to get something in because last night I was super busy. I could not stream last night. What up, First Last? I was busy last night, couldn't get a stream in. So we wanted to get something in today so that you guys knew we cared and things matter. But we're here. So with that being said, what up, Miracle Draws? Good morning. I know this is super early for my West Coast people. So what up to you guys who do make it in? If you don't, feel free to watch the stream later. As always, we appreciate you using your time to talk to us and be here with us. Um, but with that being said, let's get straight into this because I am in the middle of a workday. So I'm trying to do this real quick and then get to working again when I'm needed. So let's turn that light on so you guys can see me a little bit better. All right, I got my phone up here because again, I said I'm working. But hey, let's be real. Let's get straight into it. We all booked our hotel rooms 2 days ago in the chaos that was the Anime Expo hotel booking block. There seems to be a misunderstanding, and why I always tell people, hey, you should watch the AV3 Anime YouTube channel. The reason you should watch our channel is because we kind of warned you guys what was happening with the Anime Expo hotel block this year and what was happening with the hotels in downtown LA. Apparently, people missed that. And apparently, there's a big misunderstanding of what's happening. So let's clear this up real quick before we tell you guys some ideas of how to get you some rooms. First of all, Anime Expo is being held July 2nd to July 5th. Okay? 4th of July weekend is always the first weekend of the year of the summer in July. So, what has happened is the World Cup is also hosting games in LA this year. This is not something that normally happens in LA every year. Something different. So, there's a misunderstanding of what's taking place. And the easiest way to clear this up for you guys is to show you what someone else wrote up here. Um, so I saw this post from Jans. Shout out them. I don't know them, but shout out. We're just going to use your tweet up here or whatever you guys call X post nowadays. We're going to use this to kind of explain what's happening. I am in actual shock over the Anime Expo weekend downtown LA hotel prices. I was just toying around with the idea of going, but even a Holiday Inn Express, 30 minutes away, is still 300 a night. What the fuck? It's not the World Cup fault either. That stadium is miles away. This last sentence, my friend, is where everyone is messing up. It is absolutely the World Cup's fault. And let me explain why. Chaz, shout out Chaz, explained it the other day in our chat and while we were talking when he was on. The World Cup is being held at SoFi in Inglewood. 30 minutes away from the hotel prices are just like that here. Yeah, they are. That's another thing. Understand that 300 a night is the cheap version of LA hotels. That's just the way they are also. But the reason there aren't any rooms is because of the fact that the World Cup is being held in Inglewood at SoFi. Cool. That is true. But the problem is there are no hotels around that. And the hotels that are around that area are not the best hotels. You know where the best hotels are in LA when you want to go do something? Downtown LA is where the best hotels are for events. You know who also booked a room block for people to come do things? The World Cup booked room blocks in the same hotels that we did. They booked blocks for guests. They booked blocks for people who, for teams. They booked blocks for all kinds of people who were coming for this event. So they had their own bookings. And you know what's more popular than Anime Expo? The World Cup is more popular than Anime Expo. There is no way around that. Shout out to Miracle Draws. Sunset Strip has some good hotels, but it's way out the way. Exactly. It's out of the way. The best hotels to use are downtown LA hotels because literally there's a metro directly behind, like where the AC and stuff is. You can literally move about LA from those hotels. So it's just an obvious stay. So the World Cup, because it's taking place, has snatched up all the rooms. And because it is way more popular than Anime Expo, there are more people coming for it. And because there are more people coming, not only did they fill the blocks that they had, they also started filling outside of the blocks. So all the people who want to go to the World Cup game who are traveling to LA, I don't think people understand how popular the World Cup is and how amazing it is for people in the US to actually be able to go to a World Cup game for once. Usually you have to leave the country to go to World Cup games. But now you can go to LA to go to a World Cup game. So a lot of people, East Coast, from the South, from the North, they're going to travel to go there for World Cup games. You have people from Canada come in to go to a World Cup game because it's rare that it happens here like that. So because of this, all those rooms are gone, bro. So they book their rooms. We don't start doing room stuff for Anime Expo till January. The World Cup already had tickets on sale back in October, bro. So they started filling rooms back then. And they started selling hotel rooms back then for this World Cup. So the biggest issue we also have is there's not just one game. If it was one game, we'd have a better shot. You're right, bro. The World Cup, and you're not exaggerating, is the closest thing to the Olympics. It is that popular. It is the one sport in the world. There's two, if you want to be honest, that unify all the countries are soccer and baseball. Well, I won't say baseball, soccer and basketball. 90% of countries have basketball teams, but every country has a soccer team or football, whatever you want to call it. They have those teams. The World Cup to the world overall is a more prestigious championship than an Olympic gold medal. It just is. It's that important. People will fight and die over their team going to the World Cup. So that's what kind of popularity we're dealing with when you're talking about this game. And there's not one of them. There are two of them in LA, and they just happen to be the same week we are there. So again, if you guys watch my channel, the people who do have already seen this. But for the people who don't understand why the hotels are sold out, let me break this down for you one more time. Anime Expo's here on July 2nd. The checkout's on July 5th for most people. There's a World Cup game literally on July 2nd. So the metro is going to be busy as fuck on July 2nd. LA traffic is going to be busy as fuck on July 2nd because there is a World Cup game. Then you move over here, there is a World Cup game on Sunday, the 28th. So again, it's going to be busy. Travel's going to be crazy all this whole week. If you're a big enough fan of the World Cup, which most people are, if you're into that, you're into that. You're buying, if not one game, which would be Sunday, you are buying both of these games. So you're either buying the game on Sunday or you're buying the game on Thursday, or you're buying the two. If you're buying the two, you're staying the whole week here. because it doesn't make sense to. You just are. You're not gonna fly out on a Friday. It's way too expensive. Flying out Sunday is expensive too, but if you stay at a hotel resort or something from Sunday to Sunday, you actually get a cheaper price flying in from Sunday to Sunday. So because of that, most people are going to fly in probably on Saturday before this, and they're probably either going to stay Saturday to Saturday or Saturday to Sunday. And that's what happened, bro. All the hotels are booked up because we have so many more people coming to LA the same time we are, but for a completely different reason. Heads up, the Uber prices will be higher than normal. Yes, Miracle Draws is right about that as well because I don't know if you guys have done this before, but the way Uber prices work, they literally go up in cost the higher the demand. So if there are more people requesting Ubers that day or requesting lifts that day, the price for the Ubers and lifts will increase because of that. So again, we're gonna have an LA stream later, and we're gonna get down to how to take the metro from the airport to the hotel, how to take shuttle buses downtown. We're gonna get into all that this year because just like she said, the Uber prices are gonna be a lot higher, the Lyft price is gonna be a lot higher because say you're only coming in for this game on Thursday. That means majority of people are landing in on the first. So when you land on the first, all that traffic's gonna be crazy. And if you're staying somewhere outside of the walking radius of Anime Expo and you're trying to Uber in on the second, you're gonna have to fight Ubers that are gonna have to pick up people downtown trying to take them to Inglewood. So now you wait on the Uber to come back from Inglewood to pick you up. So just be aware that situations like that happen. So if you did book a further hotel out, and you guys see me touching my mouth a lot, my lips are like really dry right now. I gotta get some gluten free chapstick. I'll let you guys know why later. But anyway, but what's happening? Might want to consider LAX Flyway to Union Station or take Metro. Those prices won't change exactly. So we're gonna pin this because this is gonna be a topic right here for one of our next streams that we do. Because we're gonna go down how to actually do this, which ones to get on. Make sure you guys know how to move around because this is going to be a viable option for people this year, including myself. It's going to be a viable option this year because of the fact that all these Ubers and Lyfts, it's going to be rough trying to get around. So while I do understand the frustration, just like so many other people with this guy, that's why they're super overpriced. And the main thing this person's talking about isn't necessarily the Anime Expo prices, but if you go online right now, normally, don't get me wrong, the prices outside of the room block are usually pretty high, bro. Okay? No bullshit. They are always pretty high. But what's happening right now because of the World Cup, because of Anime Expo, there are two events that weekend, which means all the hotels can sell their extra rooms outside of that room block at a premium cost. And I mean like top tier cost for everything. Look at the prices right here, man. These prices are crazy for these hotels. In Central, even outside of the Anime Expo room block, it's usually like $300-$400. It's $760. The Moxie's $979. AC is $1193. I've booked the AC outside of the Anime Expo hotel room block before. It was $600. Same thing with the JW Marriott. It was like 600 or 7 a night. I don't even think the JW Marriott pops up on this list anymore. I think it is completely sold out. So if you were trying to stay at the JW Marriott, I think that's one of the ones that are completely sold out. Like there's no way to even book it. And also I went back and checked. There's another thing that needs to be addressed because I don't think they're gonna admit it, and I know we won't see anything about it. Based on the way these rooms sold out, fam, at the rapid speed they sold out, and I'm talking about people. I know they usually, some of the close ones usually sell out in 4 or 5 minutes, but the amount of rooms that sold out at one point, the last time I checked at one point, you couldn't even stay the con dates, but at a very, very few hotels, you could stay the con dates. So even just the con dates. This is show available. So these are literally the only hotels available for the convention at this point. 18 miles away, 15 miles away, 3.4 miles away, and 8.6 miles away. Literally, the only reason the 3.42 miles away one is here is because it's $445 a night. That's crazy. You can stay a ton of other places for that rate. But these are the only four hotels that are left for the convention. Everything else is sold out. And literally, these hotels are only available for Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So you would only be able to stay convention nights, period. If you change this by any way, let's say if you come in a day ahead of time. What up, Chaz? If you come in a day ahead of time, the only hotels available if you come in a day ahead of time, same four hotels. So you can still, no, I'm sorry. There are only two hotels available. So if you look here, this date is available via wait list. That means you have to hope someone cancels. And if they do, you can get it. So right now, these two hotels are the only hotels available. Someone on the Discord said they got a hotel out like 10 miles in an empty city. Yeah, that sucks, bro. That sucks. Imagine it being your job to work with hotels and get the room quantities and bookings organized on AX. Ain't no way I'm doing that job. Jesus. Nah. But look, so these are the only two hotels that are available for you to come in a day before the con. Like they're the only ones. You can't stay. And if we flip this, we go back to being the second, and you say, hey, I'll just stay every day of the con and check out on Monday. Bro, again, there are only two hotels. Now, say you want to come in a day before the con and you want to leave the day after the con, you got two hotels, bro. There are two hotels that you can actually check in. So out of all the hotels that we had, and I'm not joking when I say this, there were like 20 hotels or 24 hotels, something crazy. It was like 20, 24. At that point, I would just can the AX trip or try to look for a dorm with someone. At 10 miles is too much. Yeah, at 10 miles is too far out. I'm just sorry. I wouldn't go. And that's just me being real. I would not go to Anime Expo and stay 10 miles away. This is not happening. I'd pick another con. I would literally pick another con. So for me, that's way too far. I'm picking another con at that point. If you guys saw me on the live stream. If I saw that there was no hotels within 3 miles of the con, I'm just not going to go to AX. I'm going to go somewhere else. I just wouldn't. We would have been to Texas or something. I would have figured something else out. We on some different streams, buddy. But hey, this is what we got. So literally, if you want to go to AX, if you want to guarantee your days, there are only four hotels that guarantee all the con nights right now. That was out of, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 4, 6, 8, 32. With 32 hotels, there are four. Out of 32 hotels, there are four left that cover the days. Out of 32, dude. Especially since the Ubers here are too expensive. At that list, it's like $50, and then closer, it's like 100 at peak times. Exactly. That's what we were just talking about. And because of this World Cup stuff that's happening, the Uber costs are going to be even more. So that's why, like, it's really crucial to stay within walking distance. Like, because if you stay within walking distance, if you do have to pay a high Uber cost, You're only paying it from from the airport to the hotel, and then you can walk everywhere else, and you're good. Versus anything else. So here's the next step of this process. You missed Anime Expo's hotel block. What is next? Normally, I have a ton of options for you. You can do this, you can do that, whatever. We want to have to stick with the most basics. First of all, you can go back to Expedia where I was at. You can filter this as best you can because Expedia is dope like that. We can filter this and try to get you the best option. Looks like I'll be just taking the Metro back at night. Exactly. The Metro is going to be a godsend this year because of the $5 cost. Even I'm probably looking at taking the Metro this year. I'm going to get some directions from my damn self so I can take the Metro. But we're going to filter this, okay? We're going to filter this by, first of all, we're going to filter by distance. So this is the cost by distance. Now, what I would suggest you doing personally is you find a price you can live with. If you want to book outside the room block, 175 one way is great. Yeah, you got to find a price you can live with in this process. The first price I see that is slightly reasonable is 485. That's like so far the best price that you can really see. And based on this, bro, then 473 at the Freehand. Freehand is also within a half a mile. So the Freehand is an option for people. I've never stayed at the LA Athletic Club, but 488. I mean, I don't see you going you're not really going to get too much lower than the 400s. The Aldermer 416. Here we go. 329 Metropolitan Inn and Suites is within a mile of LA. It's 329 a night. Lowway Inn 342. But now you're talking about hotels that are possibly in areas you don't want to be in. The Live Hotel is solid. It's 361. So you can still get some hotels within $300 a night. One Lux Stay. That must be something else. So 3 something is where you're looking at. Holiday Inn Express 336. So I'd say personally for me, a Line Hotel is probably the Live Hotel is probably your next best bet at 361. I would say there. And I'd say the Freehand, I think, would be my next best bet. Because I think the AX shuttle goes to those 2 hotels. So I would honestly just wait till cancellation deadline. Some people might cancel and open these up. So what Chaz is talking about is our next option. Option number 2. If you can't book outside the room block because of these prices, but you still want to go to Anime Expo, and you've already bought your ticket. So remember that part of this process too, because if you don't end up going, you might want to find a way to give somebody else your ticket. What if anyone's just going to stay at the Anime Expo Chibi hotels? Not convenient at all, but it's a spot to crash. I think it's just about travel at that point because that's kind of far out, but it's not a bad option. And it's close to Disney too, so or Universal, so it's not a bad option. Um, let's show you guys what Chaz is talking about because it's important that you guys realize why he's saying after the cancellation. So, Anime Expo hotel rooms, cancellation policy. Any reservations that are canceled after March 31st, literally at 11:59 p.m. So on March 1st, on April 1st, if you have not canceled your room, then you're good. It doesn't matter. If you don't want to cancel your room, just let it run. If you decide to cancel your room, you have to cancel it before March 31st because after March 31st, you will be charged $100. This is also, I'm not telling you guys this is a day to look for rooms particularly, but it's a good day to check the accommodations page and check what's booking because A lot of people are going to hold on to their hotel rooms to the last minute till they know for sure they can't go to AX. But a lot of people don't want to pay $100 for something they're not going to. So within this week, which would be, let's see, 31st is right here. So within the 22nd to 31st, or 24th to 31st, the 24th to 31st, Anime Expo is going to send us a lot of emails saying, hey, you have 7 days. This is our last cancellation date. Just want to give you guys a heads up. If you want to cancel your room, you need to cancel it by this date. If that happens, the first thing that happens when people room cancel is those people who are on the wait list get assigned the days that they were waitlisted for if they were canceled. And then some of the rooms do return to the AX hotel room block, but it's based on the hotel. Some hotels, if those rooms get canceled, will take those rooms back and charge them at full cost. Some hotels will accept that the room is still in the AX block and they'll let you rebook it. So it's a good day to check. AX Chibi hotels are too far, even with no traffic. Yeah, I mean, I throw these options out there though. It's what we got. It's a place to stay at this moment. Um, so a lot of people are not going to want to pay that. So they're not going to want to pay this $100. They're going to cancel rooms. But again, if you're on the wait list, the rooms that get canceled, they fill the wait list days first, so that the people who have already been on the wait list get those rooms. And then whatever's left, again, if the hotel's cool with it, AX can keep the hotel room and then resell it. But some hotels, because of the cost that they're able to charge outside the block, may be like, hey, if that room got canceled already, I'll take it. Now, here's the trick. April 1st was the last day to cancel without a fee. The reason it's the last day to cancel without a fee is because after this day, what is it called? Connect Express. Well, I don't know what this place is called. Whatever the booking company is called. I can't remember. Hold on. What are they called? Conference Direct. So Conference Direct will start to transfer our hotel bookings to the hotels directly. This is why if you booked the Marriott and you called the JW Marriott right now, your reservation wouldn't show up. Like you couldn't see it. You couldn't talk to anyone. You couldn't see it. None of that. So nothing would happen if you tried to contact the hotel. Versus after that date. After that date, Anime Expo is going to start transferring our reservations directly to the hotels, and we'll start to receive emails from the hotels we're staying at, welcoming us for that date, hoping that everything can go in. If you want to make adjustments, they'll send you an email. If you want to make upgrades, they'll send you emails for it. So things like that will start taking place after that date. But before that date, Conference Direct holds on to our reservations completely. So our reservations will not see the actual hotel until after April 1st. After April 1st, Conference Direct will start adjusting rooms, sending things out, and making sure that things are taken care of. So once that happens, you'll usually get an email. A lot of these are Marriott hotels. You'll get an email from Marriott. If you put your Bonvoy number in there and you have the app, you'll get the reservation will start to show up in your app. So you'll know all that stuff ahead of time. The only other option that's viable, there's two. One I hate, one I wouldn't recommend. Shout out to the AB3 Anime Discord. Again, if you're not part of the AB3 Anime Discord, it is on our homepage. It's free. Click, join it. You can talk to us while you're in there. We're going to go to the AX section. I'm going to show you guys how to get here. Type this command to access the room share channel. Okay, you see this? This is in the Anime Expo Discord. There's a room share category here where you can talk to people who are looking for rooms, and you guys can talk and whatever and kind of hassle out deals, let people know you want to find something. But what they're going to do is tell you if you're looking for a room, to go up here, go to room share access, We're going to put in the command so you guys can see what's there. And now it's going to give us access to the room share channel. I have a room share channel down there already. We got to go to pins. So we're going to go to the room share channel. We're going to go to the pin up here. And here we have the host sheet and the guest sheet. Okay. So the difference is, let's move this along. You're going to hit the host sheet if you want to put in here that you're trying to share your room. Now, this is very thin right now. There's a reason the host sheet is very thin right now. And that is because a lot of people already have their friends going, or their friends have told them they're coming, or they think that they can cover the room costs on their own because we just booked a reservation. As more people realize that either one, their friend is not going, two, they themselves are not going, or three, they cannot afford the room on their own, this list will continue to grow. No bullshit. I've seen this list get up to like 50, or like, no joke, it gets up that far. But if you go to the room share list, you're going to have the Discord name of the person. This is the person you would contact. This would be their hotel. This would be the day they're staying. The minimum age is how young you can be because of the room. Some people are not comfortable with someone under 21 being in their room, mainly because they have alcohol in the room. And they don't want anyone under that age in their room around alcohol. So then we go here. Spots available. It's just how many people they're allowing to stay in the room. Okay? This person only wants one roommate because there are three of them all. So they already have two people. So maximum capacity, this person wants to have three people in their room. And then a little brief description, this person says, hey, couch floor spot available. And yes, people do sell floor spots, bro. I say it. Sell you a floor spot. They're sharing the room with their sister, and she prefers if it's another girl. And they'll put female's age and let you know, like, hey, this is how old everyone is, stuff like that. This person, again, JW Marriott, same thing, but this person says 18 plus. Here's the crazy part. What does the row say? I see that the Sheraton Grand is still available if you arrive on the 30th. Not sure why people will sleep on that hotel. The train station is right below, one stop away from the con. Lots of food around too. See, that's stuff that LA natives know that we don't know. But that's some info you guys can use. So it sounds like that's a solid location. This person wants 10 people. 10 people in their room. Okay? They're looking for non-other people. The reason I'm looking for non-other people is because this is the out of room block rate. This person booked the JW Marriott for all these days, probably months ago. And what's happening is they have the JW Marriott probably a grand a night or something. So they're trying to divide it all the way up between the people. So DM me plenty of vouchers on room sharing waitings, stuff like that. So this person is just trying to fill their room, but this is where you go if you're the host list. You host the room. You're trying to get people into your room. Now, if you are the other person in this list and you're not hosting the room, you're looking for a room. This is all the people looking for a room for the con. We are already at, somebody didn't finish filling theirs out. We're at 18 already. These are all the people who are looking for a room. And just the same way, you're going to post the Discord name. You let them know what dates you want to stay. And then you put in a description of who you are, what you're looking for, how much you're willing to spend. And sometimes you can put in what hotel you want to stay at. And then That's what happens. Some people will reach out to you based on this and go, "Hey, I got a spot available. Do you want to stay with me?" Blah blah blah. That's how it works. Okay, that's exactly how this situation works. So this is the sheet you use if you want to find a room. You fill this out. Okay. Dang, the weaves are on it with their spreadsheets. Hey, they be hitting hard. Hey, and you know, bro, that the party spreadsheet ain't out yet. That's gonna be out in a couple months too. Whereas again, another spreadsheet with all the parties on it. So it's just the same way. Like these are the extra notes people put in. Like this lets you know how many people. Bro said he got 3 people. He shared the room before. Here are the dates they want to check out. Um, here's the budget each one of them are willing to pay. They don't want to be around vaping, smoking, or drugs. And they list some of the anime they like. They put also in here that they are package deal. So they want all 3 people to be in the same room. So they're like, hey, even if you said we could stay with you, understand all 3 of us are coming to stay with you. Um, and it just goes back and forth like that. And it's just people letting everyone know who they are, what they're into. And this also happens. Just like this person said, if anyone has a change of plans and wants to transfer or cancel their JW booking, let me know. That's what this person's doing. And yeah, that's it. That's how this works, bro. So understand that's how you find a room in the hotel block. There's one more place you could check. You could check the AX Reddit for the same situation where, like I said, it is simply everyone letting people know, like, hey, I have a room space available. But sometimes Reddit doesn't do it anymore. So we're going to search the Anime Expo Reddit for hotels. And they don't have up yet. So we don't have a list of people looking for rooms. They used to do that a lot, but they stopped doing it a while ago. So it doesn't look like we have that. But on the AX Reddit, people will post also that they booked a room, they need to get rid of it, they want to share one, um, all kinds of stuff. It looks like we got a lot of Reddit questions to go through again. Let's see. Yeah, we got to do some questions. We ain't gonna do them right now because, like I said, I'm trying to work too, and but got things to do. So we just gonna go with that. Before I forget to mention, I wanted to mention that there are random anime pop-up shops during the con. You should do a vid on it. They had a Shonen Jump one last year, a few blocks away. Hey, if you make a list and let me know where they are, we can figure it out, bro. I got you. I'm gonna do these questions because I'm still waiting on the order to do things right now. But we'll run through as many as we can, as quick as we can. Um, will this be enough money? We're not gonna go through that one. Understand why? Is because we did a how much does Anime Expo cost video, so you guys watch that if you have any questions. We did a live stream about how much Anime Expo costs. So if you got any questions about how much Anime Expo costs, do that. 5,500. That's plenty of money. We ain't even gonna get into that. AC hotel experience. My friends and I were fortunate enough to get a spot at AC near the convention center, but we are just curious how the hotel is from anyone stay there. It's really nice. The views are amazing. Dope hotel. It is across the center street from the convention center, but you do have to walk a little ways to the entrances, but not far. Just absolute bullshit. By the time I got in the queue, there was nothing available booked. Genuinely just want to run into oncoming traffic. I feel you, bro. That queue screwed so many people. Oh, that queue, bro. That queue is trash. It's such trash. And it's luck of the draw. If you find the booking link before anyone else and get into that queue early, it's great for you. But if you're like most people, you just have to wait till the button pops up and hit it. That queue is trash, bro. Does anyone know how much parking will be or is near the convention? With how crazy hotel booking was, I ended up at one of the far hotels without a shuttle, thinking I'm just driving to the hotel from hotel to the convention. How would parking be? Parking is $35 on event weekends. That was on the Anime Expo website. So that is a massive event that weekend. So it's like $30, $30 to $35 for parking. Western experience, how I was able to book the Western, wonder how it was like. Used to be the party hotel. Um, yes, there are tons of cosplayers. I ain't going, so you're gonna be fine with that. There's tons of con people who go to that hotel. It's between 25 and 90. God damn, Chaz. 90 in there. Good God. Okay. Um, the Westin used to be the party hotel. We don't know how that works now. I would suggest, I still think it's going to be the party hotel, but more so in rooms than on the roof. Depends. They had a lot of Joe's parking, which is cheap, and Athens is cheap too. Okay, that's cool. That's cool. Again, we're gonna do a LA stream of like metro parking, all that stuff. But yeah, you'll still have people partying last year at the Westin. They're just gonna do it in the rooms. Can I cosplay as these characters? Yeah, cosplay as whoever you want. If you get the cosplay together. Okay, so Anime Expo cosplay rules are basically keep yourself covered. Okay, I ain't gonna say you can just like throw on a pasty or something, but like keep yourself covered are Anime Expo cosplay rules. You can kind of wear most generally almost anything for the most part. You just got to keep yourself covered. This Kingpin is dope though. Shout out to him. Isn't a Saturday badge like $92? Yes, a Saturday. That's what that cost. I was able to get an Intercontinental for 3 night, about an hour after you stream. Still need to get the flight. Hey, shout out to Mr. J-Way. That's what's up, bro. I'm glad you got your spot. Wait list. My friends and I had no luck finding hotels yesterday, but however, I noticed that some hotels have potential wait lists, but I don't see an indicator for how to join. Anyone know how? You literally just book the rooms with those dates included, and they'll tell you that the dates you booked the rooms for are waitlisted. So you just go through the entire booking process like you normally would, same dates and everything, and a couple of your dates to be waitlisted. But understand, waitlist does not guarantee you that spot. Okay, there is a chance that we get close to the room, close to the date, and you're still on the wait list. So just be aware of that. Registration, anyone having trouble registering? Yeah, we talked about that on that day. It seemed to be like an issue a lot of people were having. Hotel block question. I was lucky enough to get in the hotel block, but I was curious when the hotels usually charge you for the cost of the room when you check in. So you get charged for that when you checked in. I just bought myself and my girlfriend a 4-day pass. How do I transfer it for her? There's no option on ShowClick's website. No managed tickets or anything. I see both tickets I bought, but no option to manage the transfer. There is a way. I don't want to pull up ShowClicks right now. I hope somebody told them. Oh, wait. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you have to activate the badge when you actually have it, and then you can transfer it. That's what it was. I haven't done it in a while, but you access the badge. Let's go back. And then once we get our badges in the mail, you have to activate them. I did notice that this year too. Last year when we got our badges, they came pre-activated. But this year, when you go to your ShowClicks account, it says to activate your badge. So I don't know if we're gonna have to manually activate them this year, if they're gonna come pre-activated again, and they just haven't shipped them, is why they're not activated. But they did come pre-activated last year, and we didn't have to put the number in. Let's see, or was that the year before? And last year we did have to activate them. I can't remember. It was one of the two. I had wait. Let's go back up because I think I'm missing someone. Did I miss something? Damn, how far did I go down? Okay, here we go. Stuck with a random hotel on the block. Any opinion? I can't give you an opinion on any other hotels that I haven't stayed at, so we're gonna let you go there. Also, I'm about to leave, but if you need help getting to your hotel, I can probably pick you up. I hang around the airport now. All right, Chaz, I'll let you know, bro. I'll still give you gas money, but that's cool. Hotel block question. I booked a hotel using an exhibitor option instead of regular attendee one. Would they cancel if I found out I'm not actually going to ask the vendor? Yes. Yes, they will. Fix that as soon as possible. What you need to do is you need to contact the Anime Expo hotel block. Um, because what happens is they're going to go through everyone's list here soon in another month or so, and they're going to verify your tickets and everything. And if they find out you're actually not a vendor, but you booked a hotel room under vendor, they're probably going to cancel your room. So just fix that as soon as possible. Thoughts on the Grand Sheraton? Ro just told us it's a good hotel. I think last year we had to activate, but not the year before. Thank you, First Last. I think you're absolutely right. We didn't activate the year before, but last year we did have to activate. I think you are right about that. I was trying to figure it out. I couldn't. I think you're right though. I was buying a buddy his badge and the name was off by one letter. Is that going to affect anything regarding what it said in the badge? No, because it's still going. Okay, so hear me out. It's still going to scan and send to him. The reason you want to correct it though, and you can correct this on the site on your own under show clicks, you can correct this. The reason you want to correct it is because if his badge for some reason doesn't work, okay, or he loses it, he's going to have to go to one of the ticket booths. They're going to be like, "Hey," you got to tell them you lost your ticket, and they'll be like, hey, we'll give you another one. But they're going to need your ID and your email to match the badge to who you are. So if the name isn't right, the email's not right, they won't give you the badge because they're going to be like, well, this ain't you. I mean, one letter, they'll probably figure it out on their own. I would assume they got enough people that can figure that out. But just, you don't want to put yourself in that situation, so correct it if you can. Booking a hotel under vendor is crazy. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. I don't remember seeing the option to do that. So bro must have got somebody's link. So I don't remember even seeing you being able to do that one. I'm gonna say that's crazy. So I'm with you. I genuinely do not remember seeing an option for that. So if there was one, hey, it is what it is. But I don't remember seeing it. Anyone have hotel tips? So we already been through that. Hotel confirmation number pending. Got lucky getting a hotel through the blog. Notes in my email that the hotel confirmation number is pending. And another email will be sent with the number for anyone who done this before. Is it normal to happen? Kind of nervous about it. Yes, this is normal. Again, because when we booked our hotel rooms, we booked through Conference Direct, which is the Age Anime Expo housing block. So we booked through them. Our actual hotel confirmation numbers, we won't receive them from Anime Expo. We'll receive them from the hotel we're staying at. So once our reservations are transferred over to whatever hotel you're staying at, the JW, the AC, East Central, the Westin, wherever you're staying, you'll get an email from that actual hotel when our reservations are transferred over with your actual confirmation number. Um, have multiple browsers ready on the page for it to crash. Yeah, I saw that, bro, on a lot of people. The only way I got a link was to tap on the AX app alert for the hotel booking. Then I copied pasted in my to my email on the computer. I was able to book a hotel. Next time I won't bother using the computer and just wait for the app reminder. I ain't telling you what to do. I'm telling you right now, there's no real trick to this. Especially with this queue now, it's who gets the link first. Whoever finds the link first, that's who's going to get it now. Because that's just the way it is. If you find the link before someone else, hotel's there. You just got to find the link before other people. Pawada, I don't have any info on. Looking at hotel mobile phone was confusing and nearly impossible process. Let's see. I couldn't tell you. So I couldn't tell you how it's supposed to work through a phone. I have booked Anime Expo on my phone before, but it wasn't like this. I didn't have these issues. This person seems to have had issues with their phone not pulling up the site properly. I don't know how to tell you. I can tell you I've booked Anime Expo hotels on my phone, my iPad, and the computer. I found that the computer seemed to be the fastest option for booking a room. Um, Only because sometimes I don't know, man. There's no real answer for what's the fastest option besides the fact that whenever you find the link, click it as soon as possible. That is the best option. Military discount. I have a friend that's active in military and was down to use his status to buy me the 4-day pass. Now, is that even possible to do even before I give him the money? I don't know. Um, Normally that person has to prove their military status for their badge. I don't know if they're allowed to buy more than one military badge if the other person doesn't have military status. So I don't know. It's a real answer to that question. I've never done that before. So I don't know. Hotel block, so everything's sold out. Are we completely cooked, or can more open up in the future? That's what the whole beginning of this stream was about. We gave you guys a couple options, and honestly, I will say there was a year, wasn't last year, I think it was the year before. Anime Expo went and snatched up rooms for other hotels and then put more hotel block rooms out. So they went and contacted a couple other hotels, added more to the room block list, and you were able to book more hotels. I don't know if that's the case this year because the World Cup has probably also done the same thing, and all these rooms have probably also gotten snatched up. So I don't know if that's the case or not. Hotel block, just bullshit. By the time I got in the queue, nothing was available. Okay, we already read that one. They just need to jump on the Grand Sheraton. Exactly. Rose said the Grand Sheraton is open. Y'all go book that. Chance of getting this person is talking about the chances of getting a hotel block have become lower, and I agree. The only reason it's become lower is the queue. The queue has really luck of the draw was one thing. Hit the button as fast as you can. Fill out the info as fast as you can, and maybe you got lucky enough to snatch your room up. Now we're talking about hit the button as fast as you can and wait to see if you get in line in a good spot. I saw my screen and saw 2,000 people ahead of me, and I was like, "Fuck, I'm done." Thought I was cooked if 2,000 people ahead of me. And you guys saw my screen. It was nothing. It was nothing there, bro. We did see transfer ticket to a friend. Shipping. I live in LA. Can I get the will call delivery option to save money, or do I have to get the US Express? You can do will call. You just have to go up to the booth and pick it up. You guys know how I feel. Rule 101, when you do get your ticket in the mail, open it, show it off, look at it, put it back in the envelope, put it in whatever bag you're taking. Whatever backpack you're taking, because everyone has a carry-on bag or whatever. Put it in that bag and forget about it. Just open it, embrace it, put that shit in the bag. I got really lucky. 6,000 people were ahead of me, thought I was cooked. Stuff was gone in 30 seconds. Yes, yes, the block was gone. I don't remember what time it was on my computer, but I swear to God, at like 4:04 or 4:05 when I got into the room block, um, everything was gone. Besides, like, we were just gone. Let's just say that. Even East Central was gone. East Central was gone. Residence Inn was gone. Courtyard was gone. The Ritz was gone. The JW was gone. Like, they're just all gone. So, people having trouble registering. We talked about that. Anime block for hotels. We already talked about that as well. Badge numbers for hotel book question. We already talked about that yesterday. You needed your badge number to book the hotel room. We talked about being able to book with 5 people. Um, Wondering would these tickets be safe on the 30th? Yeah, you can still buy tickets. Anime Expo tickets are going to be on sale till July. Like literally, like week leading up to the con, there'll still be some tickets you can buy. I just wouldn't push it that far. week before, like 2 weeks before the con minimum is like 2 weeks before the con maximum, I'm sorry, is when I buy the tickets. Like, I'm not waiting that personally, but 2 or 3 weeks before, you need to go ahead and get your tickets because they do sell out. And when they do sell out, the scalpers hit the streets, bro. When I tell you the value, these tickets go up, they'll go from 150 to 450 for a 4-day badge. So just remember that. When I try to book a hotel on the block, do I actually need credit card? You need a credit or debit card as long as it has a Visa, MasterCard logo, whatever. And that's it. That's where we're going to stop at because we've already read the rest of these before, and we've kind of already gone over the rest of that. I don't even know how long we've been streaming. I didn't intend to be on this long, but I appreciate you guys. That is today's stream. I'm not streaming tonight. Tomorrow is Friday night. I'm probably not gonna be on tomorrow night, so we have a con Saturday, so you might get a stream from me Saturday night. If not Saturday, it would be Sunday. So I do apologize for that, but life is life, bro. I got things going on. I'll try to get you. I don't know. You might get a stream tomorrow night. We'll see. But I'm trying to set you guys up for at least Saturday. So just be aware of that. We've been streaming a lot lately. I think we streamed every other day or at least every 2 days or something the past 3 weeks, 2, 3 weeks. So we've been getting you guys some streams in. I appreciate you guys being here as always. Would like to see the con footage of this weekend. I'll see what we can get you. It's a small con though, and it's supposed to snow, so I don't know how that's gonna turn out. I don't know about I know you West Coast people ain't dealing with this winter storm, but I call it for snow over this bitch. So we gonna see how that goes. I don't even know if we still having it, but if we do, I'll try to get some footage. We'll try to get some pics. Maybe post some YouTube shorts. We got you. We got enough people this weekend, and maybe we can get some YouTube shorts up. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, thank you guys for being here. As always, AB3 Anime. See you guys in the next video.